yeah, I already forget the agenda. Right. Oh, we got a city last night. Gabby's going to the bathroom. At 4? So just your kickoff. Announcement.
Yeah, I'm not going to be wordy at all.
Okay.
Good.
Gabby's in the hallway. Gabby just ran to the bathroom.
Well, that's, you know, that's fine. Listen, so, hey. All right, so this is, you know, this is not the norm. You know, we would normally be inside in a place, eating food, laughing more later on in the season. This is what we're doing now. You know, I'll try to be extremely quick. I really do know that we're outside. I'm lucky to have a really nice day like this. I just got to get through some certificates, handouts, some awards. I know that juniors are going to have some gifts. We'll say a couple words individually about the club, and that's it. And we'll just sort of check mark the season and sort of wait for what happens next. I'll have a little bit of information for all you guys at the end about opportunities and other things that we're going to be doing in the off season. But you know, for that, we'll just let that happen. I know a couple of you have to leave early. I did want to say, look, this season was all about COVID, right? It's the curveball that no one anticipated, certainly for a club of players, and not having a preseason and sort of somehow dealing with all those crazy rules and certainly the reffing that went into all those rules. Hats off to all you guys for dealing with all of that. It was a little bit easier as a coach because I didn't really have to deal with too much other than moan and groan about 70,000 calls that were being, whistles that were being heard, but I could do nothing about it. It was you guys that put it out there on the field. And for that, I'm super proud that you guys sort of handled it gracefully and you know, you didn't moan and groan too much, at least not around me. And that tells me a lot of little things. But all right, so we have a simple agenda. The first thing I want to do is just sort of go in and let the juniors hand out the gifts to the seniors. Everybody here, just so everybody knows, all the seniors, just simply raise your hand so everyone knows how many seniors we have. We have a good crop of seniors. We have an equally good crop of juniors. We have a nice crop of sophomores, and certainly the freshmen that are coming up, we're in the same numbers there, and I know for a fact that 8th graders and 7th graders are there. The club is really filled with players, and that's a fantastic thing. Pipeline is there, you know, and that I can't tell you how incredibly important that is. Boys soccer right now is dealing with really, really low numbers, and they're having to deal with it. This club, this program doesn't have to deal with it, so there's really, really a good opportunity here. Okay, so normally juniors come up. How are we going to do that? Senior gifts, okay?
She just announced that you guys were doing speaker gifts.
Wait, that's not speech. Yes, it is. It's cool.
Yeah, you got a speech. Maeve got a speech. Maeve
Should I go, Morgan? No. Okay. All right. Well, I wrote down on my phone, Maddie. So unfortunately, I have to talk about you.
Did you say unfortunately?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I heard that right.
No, unfortunately. So I think we all know she's definitely the loudest on the team, but she's also the biggest team player. She was a standout defender that never came out of the game. She almost got in multiple fights on the field for me when I'd be laid out by another team. Maddie had the highest team spirit too. When the energy was low, we were down, or as a whole not playing well, Maddie always brought the energy up. Even at practice, when Eric would promise no conditioning, but yet we'd end up doing another perimeter run, Maddie always seemed to be able to make people laugh through it. Personally, I've played with Maddie for a while. She's always been this super talented player, and the team is really going to miss her loud bites on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Maddie always never failed to make any moment she could get to bully me. I'm definitely going to miss that. So on behalf of the team, thank you, Maddie, for being a great captain, teammate, and friend. We're going to miss you.
Are we allowed?
What is the gift?
I don't know. That.
Yeah. That's it. Hey,
Yeah?
what? So Haley, I am talking with you today. And so Haley, it's really weird that you're a senior. I remember like idolizing you and all the other like older kids when I used to watch you play with my sister when I was like super little. And thank you for just being like a role model to the rest of us. And as we've made our way through high school, you've definitely been a leader to me and the other younger players. As a senior, you've been a model for what constant hard work and good attitude can get you. You've been a fierce defender all season long and even saved a goal for us in the Amesbury game. Thank you for being a great role model and teammate. It will not be the same without you. So good luck wherever you go next, and they'll be lucky to have you.
Roll it.
Thanks. Alright, I'm talking about Izzy. I've been playing with Izzy for numerous years, starting back in youth. I am lucky and glad that I got the opportunity to become very close with her, and that I was able to find such a great friend in this sport. Izzy is one of the strongest people I know on and off the field. You could put her against any girl and I would bet money she would win the fight. Along with her aggressiveness, Izzy was just able to make everything about the sport fun. Every practice and game spent with her has left me with so many memories, and from the whole team, we are going to miss you. Thank you for always being my partner, plus buddy, and an amazing team.
Mighty hands. Well done.
I had Lily, so I'm going to talk about Lily, who was one of the best team players both on and off the field. She was a standout defender who hardly came off, and she was one of the sweetest and funniest girls I've ever played with. She was a great leader and would always help a teammate out whenever they needed it. And unfortunately, we did only get 2 years together, but it was definitely a solid 2 years, even though the scoreboard didn't always say that. Lily will definitely be missed by the team, and I hope good things come her way as she moves on. So, the senior that I'm going to be talking about today is Darcy. So, I've been so lucky to be able to play with her throughout youth and high school. We have made so many memories together, and I am so proud of everything that she has accomplished over the years. I'm going to miss all of the fun times that we have had together, especially the passing on of air guitar on the bus, and the fun soccer parties that we've had at our house, like playing Mario Kart in the tournament. That was so fun. Darcy is an amazing person because she motivates people to be the best that they can be. She hypes up everyone on her team every single game, and she has been a great captain for the past 2 years. I'm so excited to hear about all the amazing things she does at college. SLU women's soccer has got a good one. I had Sophia. Sophia has always been an amazing teammate, player, and friend to all the girls on the team. I've loved playing with you the past 3 years. Our off-the-field conversations were always fun, whether we were talking about college, friends, soccer, or anything in between. When we talked about you and Ani leaving for college at the Amesbury game, it really set in that I won't have you guys next year to play with, which is so sad to think about. Thank you for always keeping the game days light by making jokes and reminding me that at the end of the day, to just enjoy the sport and have fun. You always kept us girls in line and created a super easy person to talk to as a new freshman. You were a super reliable player, and whenever you were moved to positions, you adapted and fit the role. I'm super excited to see where you go in life, and I will miss you a lot. I hope you can come and visit us next year.
First, I just want to say thank you for an awesome 3 years. I've loved having you on my team, and I'm really sad to miss our last season together. It was so nice to see a familiar face freshman year, and I'm glad we've been friends since. You've always supported the team, you made everyone feel special. I wish you the best of luck next year. I'm going to miss you so much.
talking about Gabby. Gabby is an amazing person on and off of the field. I remember my freshman year playing D with her, and she got a goal all the way from half field, and I knew that she was special right then and there. She's played a handful of different positions over the years, but she's great in all of them. I don't think one game went by that she didn't deck someone. Most of the time it was an accident, I think. Gabby, you're a great person to all of your teammates. You make sure that nobody's upset when they do something that they think is wrong, and you motivate everyone on and off the field. I hope college treats you well, and you have a great future. We're all going to miss you.
What? Maeve has to leave. Do you want to give her her?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pretend to be here and hand it out and be like, where's Maeve?
No, don't do that.
Like, oh, Maeve's not here.
Maeve, I have your hair like
Her shorts are going to turn blue.
So I can announce it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to get the award for most likely to run like a deer.
And I'm going to give Maeve a certificate. Yay! All right, so we got basically the time. It's 4 o'clock. It's going to get dark at 4:30. I'm going to have to kind of rip through this because I have to get uniforms collected too. I'm not going to skimp, but I'm not going to spend a ton of time talking, all right? One of the things we talked about last year, I don't know, none of you freshmen were here in the banquet, but we talked a lot about culture when we did our banquet. And I have to say that, this is probably the 3rd year. I'm basically my seniors now. This is basically your 4th year. The culture started to improve when you guys were really young. But when it really started kicking in, your junior this year, you guys got to understand that there's so much that goes into running this program that goes way beyond just me. Your AD is top notch. He was totally involved in almost every aspect of making sure everything about what we had going through training, scheduled training, or through our games, he was always there. Macy Morrison, she filled multiple roles. For me, she also filled an assistant AD. For you, she dealt with injuries. She's a nice young lady that is there to help this program, not just ours, but everybody's, to get that much better. The families, your parents. I don't have much interaction with your parents, but some of them I do. They're logical. They are all in on building this program from their perspective. We didn't have parents in our stands really that often, so we didn't really know what kind of, what they would be like in the stands. We didn't actually have to hear them that often. And, as parents, they tried so hard to get involved in everything, planning all those videos, planning all those photographic sessions that you guys had throughout the season, whether you saw it or not. The boosters. Boosters, it's another whole group of things. I know that you guys work along with the boosters for your fundraising activities or your community service, those sort of things. And they do so much as far as planning all this stuff out, getting out in front of it, that without a good boosters program, it's really difficult to run a whole program. And then you have our coaches, me and Missy, and then we had Rachel Hall come in at times throughout and sat on the bench during some of our Saturday games. I think she had a one-week game. We all love the game of soccer. We all want to make this program that much better. We give endless hours off the pitch, just sort of thinking through what do we see, what's working, what's not working, what new things do we need to do, what do we need to focus on more, what kind of personality issues do we have, all of that stuff. So you have a lot of people working for you. And then we have you guys. And this is my first season, and Missy's first season. So I got a real good handle on running you guys as a program. I didn't skip, I didn't play favorites. I pushed you guys almost every single session. I don't think once did we take a break, chill out. Let's relax this session. We did have one where we came in after a game the next day. We sort of just did some running, and then we all were able to leave. But other than that, you guys gave me 100%. And for that, I can't tell you how important it is. I didn't see people taking shortcuts. I didn't see people like, you know, making like they're working hard. You all worked really hard. And to me, that's such a great signal. And like I said earlier, the pipeline of personalities, of players is there. All you current freshmen, you know, just become 1 year older. You are going to set examples to the next generation of kids coming in behind you, just like the juniors are doing for the sophomores, and the sophomores are doing for you freshmen. And it just trickles on down the line. You know, seniors, you guys really did a great job, really, really pushing every tier down below, the juniors, the sophomores, and the freshmen to continue pushing the way that you guys are really kind of committing to that. And then we got captains. You know, and then that was another variable that I had to deal with because I wasn't really sure how to just come right out and pick them, or what I decided to do is have you guys fill in a few questions, and then from that, I was going to pick 3. And maybe that's the same model that I do next year, maybe it's not. What I did get out of all that was an opportunity to see individuals that want to kind of go into that role of kind of leadership. Some people took a hold of it and totally with the town on it. Some sort of had their own types of leadership. Some of it you saw when we came into camp, some of it you didn't see. Some of it is just a little bit lower than being vocal and being sort of controlled, like not controlling in that negative way, but just sort of being an organizer of all the things that go into it. But I did not have to deal much with any kind of captain issues, and from what I gathered from my conversations with the players, you guys are doing a great job leading, and you were doing what you were supposed to do. And you did whatever I needed to get done, plus more. So it's a great program, girls. You have a lot of good building blocks around all of you to be able to continue to keep working this program forward. And I fully expect us to be able to do that in the next few years, all right? So, that's all I want to say about my seniors. I'll say to the seniors, listen, it's a total good luck. Enjoy this next chapter. You know, until you get out of high school, you just don't realize how high school really just is one more building check, you know, sort of step that you're using to get to wherever you're trying to get. I can only hope that, you know, I didn't shortchange anybody. I hope that you guys all recognize that I tried to give 100% to you all through this. And so all I can just simply say is good luck, and you know, keep us connected in some way. I'd like to bring back that feedback into the program over as our seniors are released, and have them come back and be either part of the program, either through some trainings in pre-season, or coming into the summer program and help run captain's practices, or whatever the case may be. Having you guys continuously involved, even though you're not part of the high school program, just continues to set the bar at a higher level and shows everybody that this program means a lot to the people not only within it, but also when you're left. Okay? So great job there. Great job there. Captains, I said something. Season, you know, me and Missy's first. I think we did a decent job, plain and simple. It was all about COVID, right? I know for a fact that I made mistakes. I fully expect to have made mistakes. I don't consider myself perfect. I know that there's a learning curve in everything that we do, including all the positional play that you guys kind of have to master. And there's a learning curve. I get it. And I hope that I better myself by self-reflection and moving on and just getting better and better at leading a program like at a high school level. So I'm going to just basically hand this now over to Missy. She's just going to run through the JV program. Then we're going to go run through the varsity gift certificate, the certificates, and then we're going to go right into awards, and hopefully, you know, we sort of can kind of finish this off and move into all right?
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, so first, I want to thank Eric for giving me the opportunity to be here, part of this program. It's not really something that was on my radar, and he called me up and said, let's do this. So I want to thank him for giving me that opportunity. I also want to thank you girls for being so welcoming. This was my first season. I really didn't know the ins and outs. I didn't know where the flags were for the field. I didn't know buses for away games, and with COVID, everything kind of got jumbled. And the JV girls, you juniors, sophomores, seniors that were here last year were a huge help. You also helped me during practices. And sometimes we had 8 girls. Drills didn't quite work out, and you guys were okay to say, yeah, let's move on, or let's try to adjust and do something else. I hope you all had fun. I had fun. I had fun to get to know all of you. Being part of Triton Youth Soccer, I know names. I don't really know faces. So it was nice to put a lot of the names to the faces and be able to see where you've come since youth soccer. That was a huge reward for me. I hope you all come back. I hope you give back to the program. I'm always at Triton Youth up in Mantor. Anybody ever want to come and help? Feel free. I'm always there. Give me a call. I will always take help running practices. That's all I got.
Good. Gonna hand out certs. Guys will just come up, you sort of knock, and we'll just move on.
Knock?
Knock.
Oh, knock. Olivia Bateman.
Amen.
Elise.
Elise, the big question. Can we get you next year? I know.
Faye Hughes. Great job, buddy.
Great job.
And Eloise. That's when we gotta get back.
Yeah.
Good job. Carol and Lucy. No, Eloise. Kelsey Meter. No, Kelsey. Good job. Reese Renda.
Good job, Elise. Good job.
And Julia Salvati. Is that right? Yeah, you did.
Good job, Julia. Hold on.
Yep. Taylor Shorey.
Good job, Dory.
No, I think he's going
All right, this is for Jocelyn.
Good job, Julia. Okay, so I'm not going to dive too deep. Varsity program. You guys trained hard. You played through it all. You played hard all the way through it. You know, this was an interesting season for me for a lot of reasons. COVID was one of the biggest variables that we've all had to deal with, and that affected us in a lot of different ways. Some ways maybe some of you don't even know about, but you worked, as I alluded to earlier, you worked really hard. Don't get hung up on that win-loss record at this point. This is a lost season. You guys worked really hard, even in a season that really doesn't matter, but you worked really hard. I fully expect us to right this ship over the next couple seasons so that we start getting on the upper end of that win-loss record. We've got a flow of people coming in. This program is too packed with players to not think that we're going to turn this into a much bigger win-loss sort of culture. When I look at players from the beginning of the season to the end, and this includes JV players because I obviously was interacting with you guys as much as I could, I look for improvement. And I have to say that, you know, individually, every one of you guys got better. I don't know if you necessarily felt it, but you have to understand from where I would see you initially to where I watched you in the end, your play, your IQ was better, your technical parts of you were better, your tactical abilities to understand things got better. Your game improved. I can't wait to see all the club players continue on into club and see what additional features you're able to bring into the program just through, basically we had 8 weeks of hard every single day, 6 days a week soccer. You've improved. Know that. Okay? Be proud of that. Conditioning was fantastic. I knew coming into the season we had to deal with the conditioning problems. I know that there was some, not complaints, but there was definitely some comments made about not conditioning enough. I hope that I conditioned you just the right amount. Not too much where I hurt you, and not too little that you didn't have enough gas in the tank to go the whole, whatever you had to do in a game. And to me, I start 11 players. I want to play 11 players every single game, and the same 11 players I'd play every single game if I could. The fact that I didn't have to go draw to the bench too often is a testament to how well you guys played as a team and how good your conditioning was. Like, I don't think I really didn't have to make that many subs. It was really refreshing to see. Somehow you guys began to start figuring out how to work your position enough so that your energy was focused on that position and you didn't try to run 3 other positions as well to end up getting yourself gassed. Sure, the outside mids are always going to be needing a sub, but if they give me good 5, 7, 8 minutes straight and they work really hard, that's what I expect. I mean, I know that's a running position, but you guys did a great job getting yourself in soccer shape, and that's important. Positional players. I know I asked, like, I'm thinking of Alyssa, Chloe, Maeve. I asked you to play spots that you haven't been played before. You didn't give me any lip, or you might have played, but maybe it's not your desired position. The program needs a player. I need who can step up and play that position. You guys did a great job of just sort of, whether or not you wanted to do it or not, you did a good job of just holding your tongue. Fantastic. Very few injuries. Skylar being our big injury of the season. She came into the season with that knee being dinged up. Now, we might have not, maybe we should have focused on the problem earlier and not got you training initially. That might have helped something. It may not have. Other than that, we just got a bunch of nicks. Again, it's a testament to how your shape was, how conditioned you were, how strong we were. Yeah, it's an abbreviated season. It's 10 games, but we packed a 10-game season into a small amount of time. And you guys played hard against good Cal teams. There wasn't any single easy team, possibly Rockport being our easiest team. That's it. Other than that, everyone gave you competition. And it seemed, based on what I saw, you all had fun. I walked off the last game and I heard people say to me that they wanted to keep training. I also heard people say that they actually had fun at training. I just dropped my jaw. I mean, dropped my jaw. I just can't believe it. Because it's hard to get feedback from you guys when you're training, but to know that you guys really look forward to being pushed and playing, working at a rate that gets most people uncomfortable or gassed or wanting just to say, I'm done, I'm out of here. I don't want to do this any longer. You didn't. You just kept pushing, and it seemed like you just did it with a big smile on your face, even though we couldn't see each other in these masks. So again, another really good thing. I want to point out one other person, singly, Emma Moreland. She has been, where are you? Yeah. She's an unfortunate victim of, an ankle issue that isn't just a simple sprain or whatever break, something that's predictable. It's this totally unknown thing. And she has stuck it out the last 2 seasons with me, being my sidekick, helping me deal with, whatever things that I've forgotten and I needed her help trying to remember, or just getting me organized or things organized so that the games run well or practices get set up correctly. Emma, thank you very much. Okay, that's it. I'm going to do certs now, okay? And I'm going to do that. So you guys will come up. And, coach just knocks or whatever. We just say thank you, clap, and move on. All right, Darcy McDonough. Well done. Skylar. Coach Knox.
Oh.
Boyle. Landry. Riney. Morgan Hall. Allie. Aleo. Julia Bouvet. Sophia. Oh, so Siminoff, sorry. No, Sophie, you're Sophie, right? Is that what I go by when I always call you Sophie? Gabby. John Down. Haley. Janet. Hanukkah. Lily. Sophie. Chloe. Romano. Stay clean.
Yeah, I'll try.
Go to Pappas. Gibbsy. Now the question is, did I miss anybody? Skylar's got to get out. Skylar, drop your uniform off.
Okay. Where?
With Morgan.
Eric, you didn't get to live, huh?
Liv,
Oh,
no.
I hear a compliment.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Something happened with that.
Oh yeah, Liv, you know.
Yeah, probably, we chatted about that, right?
No, but you could have just given me the other one.
Oh yeah, we could have. So I'm going to say something about Olivia. So Olivia filled a huge role. Thank you for reminding me. And yeah, we do have a cert for you. And if you really want me to, you want a picture of me handing it to you, that'd be fantastic. Sometimes I miss that easy stuff, goes right over my head. But Kirkopoulos, she filled a huge role initially in the season, stepping in without playing a minute of varsity goalie, and we asked her to start her varsity career in the net against Pentucket, our first game, and then we proceeded to go to the second and third game. So I know that was a lot to ask of you, but I think you handled it quite well. I'm excited to see what you do in the off season, and the opportunity to continue on that journey. Being a goalie is right there. You're a good kid, and you got nothing but, classes away. Keep pushing hard. That's all I can say.
I'm Skylar's paper plate award is most likely to be the hypest.
You ever hear it?
Yeah, all right, so I have 2 awards. Normally we would hand out an MVP. Last year was what, an MVP and a coaches, right? Or most improved. Yeah, you got the most improved. This year I decided to go with a leadership award and a coaches award. Okay, I'll hand out the leadership award first. I just want to look at my notes on this person. I think it'll be pretty easy. So my relationship with this person goes way back, pretty early. I mean, a lot of you guys I go way back with. Most of your juniors, seniors, I've coached you guys in youth. This individual, probably U10, maybe a little bit later than U10, maybe U12 was when I first started interacting with her. And I could tell, technically, soccer-wise, she was a complete player, eager, wanting to learn. She was pretty authoritative, had a good personality, when she wanted something, she didn't seem like it was ever a challenge for her to go and prove that she could do it. Work on that left, come back in the season, her left was there, or partially there. She continued to keep working on it. Learn how to juggle short, go out and juggle and I'll prove that I can do it. And then, you know, when we hit COVID in March, and we started opening up the idea of having captains, and I opened up that whole group, about 10 or 11 of you. You know, this individual did, you know, just above and beyond as far as I was concerned, the things that were needed just to sort of continue to keep the program alive during those April, May, June frames of time, because things were so shut down. You kind of had to do it on your own. You kind of were asked, not by me or anybody, you had to do it on your own. You had to go out and try to continue your athletic development, soccer development, all the things that go into like making you players that can handle playing a varsity level match. She got lucky and was selected as a captain, but it wasn't just because I have such a background with her. It was because the feedback that you guys unanimously gave to her as we voted. You know, Missy and I talked endlessly about it. I had my own feeling, but I wanted to let the program sort of dictate. I think the work that I did with her in May, getting her sort of ready, organized, started to kind of leak into other players, and all of a sudden we had numbers of players that were kind of involved during the season, the preseason, what we call it. You know, as a captain, I think she did a great job of just sort of line leading, making sure she was organized. She's a person that I talked with or texted with on the side about different thinkings that I have, different players, ideas, thoughts. It was not a one-way street because she also dumped a lot on me. Her program, her leadership during the season on the field, she plays in that very important position where she has to be vocal. She did a good job. She bought into it. You guys all seem to trust and respect her. I'm going to give a leadership award to Morgan Hall. Okay. Why do I always get laughed at?
Because you just almost stuck in his shoulder.
Oh yeah, that's how I handshake. Guys, you gotta learn how to shake
That's how you
hands.
do it. You like whipped her off.
Just get in there, hold that hand and shake.
Morgan, are you okay?
Morgan, you're good, right? Shoulders all right? Again, I'll just say finally, you know, Morgan, it was a tough one to make a decision on as far as captains as a junior. I'm not a big fan of that, but she had, I think, what I thought what it was going to take to get us through not only this season, but hopefully next season she chooses to go into that same role again. It's a really important asset to have. It's like having Darcy for consistent for the last 2 years. You know, you did a great job being a captain, and you helped us get through these last 2 years. For that, I have nothing but high, most respect for that, all right? No doubt. The next one is the Coaches Award. And I don't have necessarily a ton of backstory with this player. And when I met her, I don't know. She can talk soccer. You know, guys, you know me. I love to talk soccer. Not just about simple stuff. I kind of dive into some technical, tactical stuff. She was always a source for me that I could bounce ideas off of. Again, just trying to get feedback. She had a lot of ideas. She commanded the rear of the field with such ferocity that she really did a fantastic bang-up job back there. I had, in what I thought was, you know, that moment when you start to realize, like, some players they engage with you in ways that are different than other players, and that's just natural life stuff, right? And I find somebody, like, interacting with Coach Missy, like, we talk soccer all the time, and it's sort of an enjoyable subject matter. And I think when I first sort of tapped into this I was with her and her mother up in the stands watching a boys game, and I just started dumping out a bunch of thoughts on what I saw, and I had both her and her mother also provide my feedback that I was like, wow, these guys know the game. It's really good. And from that, sort of all of this relationship, while I don't have a huge backstory with her, I felt that she did the things that I felt a great player should be doing. And where she had weaknesses, she understood them and worked on it. And she brought the spirit of competition, I believe, up a level in so many different ways that a game requires that. Playing from the rear, it's a necessity to be able to be that type of fierceness and have the ability to back it up with skill. So not only deal with the problem, but to also show the rest of those players on the pitch that this is how it's got to get done, and this is a sacrifice that you've got to do, and this is how we're going to make this and solve this problem right now. Watch, and she just would execute pretty much consistently the entire season. My coach's award goes to Lily. Okay, nice job, Lily. Well done, well done. That's it. So that's basically it. Closing. Look, I'm stoked for next season. You know, I'm really excited for next fall. Be on the lookout initially. There's going to be, I don't know if you guys have desire to go into club, there's club level soccer available. If you need help trying to find a team, there's plenty of girls that are playing club, or you can come talk to me and we can get you connected with a club team, okay? I know, how many people are playing club in the off season? Raise your hand. Well, seniors, yeah, it's great to see seniors doing it, but anybody else like juniors, sophomores, freshmen? Okay, that's fine too. There's indoor opportunities. So if you guys want to play indoor, let's get something organized. Spring, playing. There's going to be a G12, G10 team that's going to be combined. Anybody that's not playing a sport, sign up. We got a coach. They'll train you just like a regular season, twice a week with Saturday or a Sunday game.
Sunday, I think.
Sunday games. It's a low-level commitment, but it gets you touches on the ball, and that's the easy thing you can do in the spring. Coaching opportunities for the seniors that are coming up, the juniors, possibly the seniors. If you want to coach, again, you're looking at two people that can get you to make that happen. Give back, get the next level, the next generation of kids behind you excited, and let that stream out. Okay? You want to be a captain, that sign-up's going to come out soon, so juniors, seniors of next year, want to be a captain, sign up. You know, you'll be asked to do things throughout the off-season. There won't be big commitments. You do what you do with it, and you make it happen. All right? Has everyone won an evaluation? Yes or no? Raise your hand if you want to eval. JVs and varsity. Okay, good. So what's going to end up happening here is I'm going to have to throw out a sign-up form, and we're going to have to do this over Zoom. But anybody that, you know, I'm not going to command that you guys get evaluations, but if you really should. There's a lot of good feedback that you can get during the evaluation session. So that's going to happen soon, probably the next week. And you know, that's it. That's all ended. That's all ended. Congratulations, girls, on a great 2020. We have more gifts.
Just like the joke thingies.
Okay, we won't clap to everybody until these guys have moved through. Oh yeah, I forgot.
I know.
Oh, I totally forgot.
I feel bad for the two of you.
Yeah, me too, honestly. I'll go first.
Well, just go like go through, so it's not like the same person going the whole time. Alright, so the most memorable part about this player probably the whole season was when we were warming up and Eric was like halfway across the field and then he just yells across and is like, Anna, did you get new cleats? And Anna, if no one knows, is the one who does not talk at all. So she gets awarded with most likely to confuse Eric.
No, I'll just skip. Okay, so me and Lily in the back sometimes had our rough days, as we all do. And there was someone always there who had to put in the most work, because, you know, so Aleo gets the star defender.
Alright, well this happened during the Ipswich game.
Might have happened another game too, but sometimes when I'm back in my goal and you guys are all on the other side, I like laugh to myself on like little things that happen. So, most likely to head the ball with COVID-19 rules, Sophie.
Alright, there's not really a backstory except for that Alyssa always gives it her all, whether it's in practice or a game, so she gets the winner that always plays, aka the WAP.
Okay, so for this one, you don't want to get caught off guard at practice around her because she's probably going to meg you, so most likely to meg you at practice goes to Lily.
Okay. This one doesn't come with much explanation. Most likely to look like articles to the monotonous. Sophia.
Alright, this happened at senior night. Most likely to fight the ref goes to Julia Bouvet.
Oh, Julia, we paid that price for many.
Okay, so at practice, Eric would be in the corner setting something up. No one knows what he's doing. And all of a sudden, you'd hear him screaming for someone. They had to get this, they had to get that. He forgot this, he forgot that. So most likely to get bossed around by Eric goes to Emma.
Oh, that's great.
Coming back to my last topic, most likely to look like Sophia.
So we talked about this one and we thought about how when we all come to practice we all look like terrible, but this person always comes and she looks so put together. So most put together goes to Peyton.
Okay, so for this one, you know how you're like talking at practice and then like Eric starts talking so you stop? Well, this person will keep going in your ear even when you're looking at Eric trying to talk, they'll still be telling their story to you. So most likely to talk nonstop goes to Lizzie.
So sad.
Alright, this person, every game, they'd probably like shove talk someone to the ground. I'd be like, oh my god, like is the ref gonna like do something about that? Like, probably should. Most likely to get a yellow card without actually getting one, Gabby.
Still mad that I didn't get one.
You really wanted that one, didn't you?
I really wanted it.
I'll just bring my great ones in the
There's not much to describe this person, but the team Klutz award goes to Allie.
I'll drop them off.
I have to leave for work. Thank you.
Okay, so for this one, in general, the Amesbury game was definitely the standout, the on the line, saving the ball from the goal. But there's been a few more, so most likely to be the backup goalie goes to Haley.
Where is it?
Alright, this one, it doesn't have much of an explanation, except sometimes people don't come prepared for game days, most likely to get their shorts on game days. Chloe.
Oh, wait, do Chloe's. What was Chloe?
Most likely to forget their shorts on game day.
Oh, yeah, that was classic.
Oh yeah.
What? Did that even happen?
Alright, so everyone,
Oh, jeez. I thought that was a worm.
there would always be a ball, like at least 3 times a game that would go all the way down, right on the goal line, and this person would like have no chance of getting the ball because the defender was right in front of the shielding, but she always managed to run right through them and get a foul call. So most likely to get in a fight is
Okay, so for this one, I really don't know any backstory other than like, you look at them, you see a potato, right? You know she is the team potato, so most likely to be a literal potato is Andrea.
Caroline. this isn't a most likely. You just got best dressed.
Alright, and this person probably ran the most on outside wing every single game, so most likely to outrun the whole team goes to Janet. Now we just have some
Here. Yeah.
Girls, take a peek at the sky, please. So make sure you're really looking at the sky.
Alright, so we got, as a whole team, we got you guys some gifts. This is for you. And for our assistant coach.
And this is for you. We're thankful for everything you guys do.
Thank you.
Thanks, girls.
Very excited for you.
All right, so girls, that's it. Let's end with like this big, happy, congratulatory cheer, clap, done. And then we're gonna move right into doing uniforms. Now, who has backup clothing? Oh, wow. So we're good. We're good. Okay, so girls, congratulations. It was a great season. We did a great job. Well done. Come on.
Hey, Maddie, can you put lights on green?
Sure. I don't care.